Gas strike incoming.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Before we get started, this series is sponsored by 1G Serverhost, a top-of-the-line server hosting platform running on the best hardware available. With 1G, getting a private server for you and your friends has never been easier thanks to their intuitive server configuration and top-notch customer service. If you're looking for a server hosting platform that will never let you down, pick 1G. Without further ado, let's get started. The FAF-14 Spear is the single strongest anti-tank weapon in the game, being the only player-held weapon capable of killing Biotitans in a single shot. Unlocked at level 20 and costing 9,000 requisition, the Spear is no pushover. It has a 7-second drop time and 480-second cooldown like the rest of the support weapons, and comes with 4 total missiles. While the Spear can be loaded by a teammate, I wouldn't recommend doing so with this weapon specifically due to its nature of being a long-range weapon specializing in dealing crippling amounts of damage with a single shot. Although powerful, the Spear has a very limited missile count, a minimum range, and requires a target lock to fire. It should be carried by a dedicated anti-tank player who should carry their own ammunition pack. When using the Spear, ideally you want to be engaging targets at long range, though it is usable at shorter ranges if necessary. The minimum range I would estimate to be around 50 meters for the best reliability. If a target is too close, it is highly likely that your missile will overshoot and fly off into the distance. While it may be possible to hit targets within 50 meters, it is ill-advised to use the Spear within these distances. Overall, don't worry about wasting ammunition. If you see a heavy target that you think you are likely to engage, open up on it. The Spear now replenishes 2 missiles per resupply pack and can be restocked with ammunition found on the ground. When taking the Spear, just make sure that your team has another dedicated form of anti-tank weaponry, such as the recoilless rifle or the Quasar cannon. The Spear is definitely one of the strongest support weapons against the bugs. While it's not a guaranteed one-shot kill on Chargers and Biotitans, it is guaranteed to cripple them. You are technically able to fire on Hive Guards and Brood Commanders, but this is really just a waste of a missile. Hitting a Charger with the Spear will usually end up taking a chunk out of its side, and a second missile or follow-up rocket will finish them off more often than not. If there aren't many other bugs around, or you're confident enough in your Charger wrangling skills, you can even ignore them for the most part and simply let them bleed out. As for Biotitans, there is one simple trick into taking these beasts out with a single shot. Step 1 is to draw their attention. Step 2 is to lock your missile, and Step 3 is to let that bad boy fly and watch as the Titan drops with no further resistance. This results in the best possible chance for your missile to hit the head, which will instantly kill a Biotitan. Otherwise, 3 missiles is usually enough to kill them, which I believe to be a worthy trade. In contrast to its dedicated tank buster role against the bugs, the Spear is much more versatile when facing the Automatons. Before we go too far into the details though, there is one critical note to address. Do not use this weapon against the bot dropships, since the missiles target center mass, causing most shots to miss the engines. Obviously, Hulks and tanks are key targets. Tanks tend to take 2 to 3 missiles, whereas Hulks will power through 2 at most, unless you hit the head. With the addition of gunships, this weapon makes dealing with them trivial. One launcher alone provides enough aerial denial to buy enough time for a hell bomb to be called in and detonated. When it comes to enemy fortifications, heavy cannon turrets in particular are prime targets. A single missile is all it takes to put the gun out of commission for good, and factories are similarly vulnerable, making the Spear a great option to bring on blitz missions. When up against a factory strider, the Spear is an extremely valuable asset. While it takes 2 rockets from either the recoilless or EAT-17s to destroy the heavy cannon mounted on top, the Spear will destroy it in 1. Just be sure to lock onto the actual turret itself and not the main body. When it works, the FAF-14 Spear is a strong option for both the Terminids as well as the Automatons. Its capability as an alpha strike tool against heavy targets is unmatched and makes for an excellent secondary anti-armor weapon. Simply lock your target, let the missile fly, and watch the fireworks that follow. Hey, thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to like and subscribe to not miss out on new videos. For periodic sneak peeks into larger upcoming projects, consider supporting me on Patreon, which allows me to focus on making more videos like these. This is Nappa, Eye of the Apple, signing off.